go. Pace car's off the track. We're going back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag. A little bit of bumping right there in the beginning. Jockeying for position 86 is Shane Cochran trying to fight his way out to the front. Number 8 creating a decent gap for himself, able to get up there. He's going to be running his own race here in a moment. They get final lap, no more cautions for this. Austin, here we go. Last time around, Richmond. 8 battling it out with the 71.
Yeah, definitely not the podium finishers that we were expecting 5 laps ago. But here we are.
Not at all. And the number 8 takes it home. I told you we were going to get a new winner tonight, Austin. I knew it. Tyler K. And that was my pick as well.
Crazy. What do we got?
Are they going to make contact?
Is it Bolton?
Oh,
Bolton's gonna pull up.
Oh no!
Bolton.
What?
Outlaw!
That is mind-blowing.
That was a hell of a race there, boys.
3 wide for the lead. There goes Thompson to the bottom. Can he get there? Oh, I thought he had Boyd cleared. He does not. Griffin's going to get the run back on the outside. They're still 3 wide, though, all the way down the backstretch. Oh, there's contact between Boyd and Griffin. Can he save it? He does. Incredible save by Jamie Griffin in the 5. Does it look like Thompson came up and Boyd maybe reacted to that and jumped up into Griffin? Only go back and take a look.
Two laps to go here at Kansas for the Outlaw Performance 150, ladies and gentlemen. 32 diving down low on the 95. We're going to have a battle on the final lap here. Here we go, 32, 95 side by side. No more yellow flags, just straight horsepower. Here we go, back through the backstretch. Let's see who's going to take this one home. I'm hoping they keep it as clean as possible. 32, looks like he's got to slow down a little bit. 48 down low. 32. Oh, is he able to get it? No, the 95 clutches the win. Dustin Haynes is able to take it home here at Kansas. Looking forward to seeing what these guys got. Taj has been up front all day. She's been doing a great job. Here we go, 3 to go, green, white, checkered, green flag. Number 5 is going to take us out. 12 looking on the outside of the number 5. A little early to be looking, but he's looking.
Walt needs help.
Yeah, it looks like he was about to jump out there and help Walt. Most likely, if Walt gets too close, 12 is going to wind up jumping out to that outside line, expectedly. Caswell back up in that 17, back up in the 4th spot. He's not looking to lose anything.
Oh, 3 trucks to the outside.
Number 17 of Caswell looking to push back up front again. They're going to be with Walter and that 71 back there. 71. John Van Blaircom. That's, oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Oh, they took
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacers is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC.
Welcome, race fans, to Road Atlanta here with the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series on the GEC eNASCAR YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. Drivers are out on the track qualifying right now to get this race started, the Hotlana Grand Prix. I am Shane Cochran up in the booth. With me, as usual, is Lee Kiernan. Lee, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, really good. Really excited for this race tonight. Man, it's going to be crazy here tonight. I'm not sure what the boys are going to be doing with their tire selections. Just keeping it on the track's going to be tough tonight.
Yeah,
So,
we're looking at 50 laps here at Road Atlanta. The air temp is 75, but the track temp 116, so they are going to be sliding around all over the place. Again, no stages. They've got plenty of tires, and we do, we allow green-white checkers, but we're not going to be seeing any of that here unless there's a catastrophe. We will not be seeing any caution laps or flags thrown at a road course. The fuel window, somewhere around 20 laps. So for a 50-lap race, it's going to be a two-stop strategy, and there's going to be a lot of wiggle room with how you time that out and when you come to pit road. So like you said, I think tire and pit strategy is going to be how a couple drivers lose positions or gain positions in tonight's race.
Well, you talk about the pits. I mean, that's going to be. I've got a funny feeling that's where the race is going to be won and lost. Getting onto pit road, it's so crazy coming up over the hill. We talked about it just a moment ago. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So while they wrap up qualifying, it looks like they're about to finish up. Yeah, I think this is just going to be fun. A lot of these drivers, road courses probably aren't their bread and butter. Looking at the qualifying times, there's almost a 8-second gap between the fastest driver and the slowest driver to complete a lap, and only about half the field got a lap in before, usually we cut it off at 5 minutes. They might let them run a little longer here, as the lap times are about a minute and a half. A little bit longer than our usual oval time frame. But yeah, now it's 10 seconds between the fastest qualifying time and the slowest. So drivers are going to get spread out. Pit strategy is going to be huge. And like most races on a road course, when you're in an oval standard league, it's just going to be about avoiding mistakes. Who can keep it on the track, even if you're not the fastest, even if you don't nail the pit strategy. And I've picked up a win at the Daytona road course doing that same thing. Rode in third most of the race, but the front two guys made a couple mistakes and was able to capitalize. So just the qualifying time alone is not going to decide the winner of tonight's race.
Yeah, I think you're right. The most consistent runner that we've had this season has been Bryce, and he looks pretty quick here tonight. But I'm with you. Hammering out those laps time and time again, and not going over the edge, which is very hard here when we have a lot of undulation and so forth. So
while we wait for them to wrap this up, we're going to take a look at our point standings so far here in Season 8 of the CDSN Truck Series. Bryce Borer is out front, 2 wins the last 2 weeks. Sahadak picked up the win at Daytona. He's riding in 4th, but Jamie Griffin just 2 points out of first place with Josh Ryder, 7 points behind Borer, and then John Hughes rounding out the top 5 here. But I mean, the points are tight all the way through the field. A new point system this season without all the big bonuses for the winners and stage wins and stage points. This is a more traditional point system, which means you keep folks tight together. Every race matters. So, in seasons past where you have a win and in, drivers might sit this race out if they're not comfortable with road courses, but they don't have that option this season if they want to stay competitive with Borer, Griffin, Ryder, Sahadak, and Hughes, and the others. So I'm going to be curious to see how those top running drivers play out here tonight.
So it looks like, who do we have on pole for this?
I'm seeing Kyle Simmons.
Yep.
Should be on pole. So drivers are all lining up there right at the start-finish line.
Yeah, we've got Kyle Simmons and Ella on the front row. Ella's been strong all season. He's high in the points, and that's a good run for him. Notice Cano sitting there. I believe he's in fourth, and Bryce in third.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and run through our grid. Starting grid, it is Kyle Simmons out front, Josh Eller joining him on the front row, Bryce Borer in third, Landon Cano in fourth. Looks like some of our paints aren't updating here, but we've got Dakota Osborne in fifth, Spencer Teal in sixth, Michael Boyd and Aaron Martin on row 4. Then it's Klaus Brahm and Curtis Sabaron in row 5. Josh Ryder and Steven Linger in row 6. John Anthony and Walt Sahadak in row 7. Then Johnny Jones and Scott Prim in row 8. Ryan Moutre and me apparently on the grid. I accidentally joined the session as a driver instead of a spectator, so then we got Gallman and Elzy in row 10. I will not be driving, well, I'll call in the Seawright and Lister in row 11. And then Jamie Griffin and Chris Jones at the rear of the field. I gotta think Griffin had some problems in qualifying, not able to complete a lap starting out back. Is that number 5 truck, unless he picked up a penalty from last week, but I didn't hear anything about that in the drivers meeting.
Yeah, I'm just looking through this. It looks like he might have gone off track. Yeah, just didn't get a good quality lap. I'm expecting it to be pretty interesting over the first couple of laps, so starting at the back of the field may not be so bad. It's going to be pretty crazy in the middle of the pack, I think.
Yeah, and this track it has a ton of... It's kind of a combination of you're either in a combination of S's or you're on a long straight with a huge braking zone, so all of those kind of set you up. You want to build your momentum through the S's and then use that to complete the pass into that big braking zone on the straights. Once we get rolling here, we'll jump on board and kind of walk you through the track.
This is the crazy bit for me. The back straight, where you come up over the hump. Yeah. And then hit the brakes to get into this next left-hander at the bottom here. This is pretty crazy. Because the trucks get so loose going around this right-hander just here. Very interesting going through there 2x2 as well.
Yeah, I don't think during the race you will not see 2x2 through this section unless a pass is being completed.
Yeah.
All right, pace truck getting ready to pull down pit lane. And we're going to get the green flag waving here at the Hotlana Grand Prix in the CDSN Truck Series. Green flag is waving and we are racing at Road Atlanta.
Great start. Nice and clean. I'm not sure if they call it turn 3 or what it is, but the first right-hander at the top of the hill here is totally blind.
Yeah, there's a couple of places on this track where you're kind of taking a leap of faith. All clean so far on this first lap. First of 50.
All clean, but Simmons is out in the lead. He's got nearly a second over Bryce.
Bryce Borer has won the last 2 weeks, looking to make it 3 in a row.
Well, we nicknamed him, what was it, 2-time Bryce? Is that what, back-to-back Bryce? Is that what we called him? We'll have to work on what works out best for 3-time if he's in the running.
Thrice Bryce. How about that?
Yeah. He's run Simmons down there. He's pretty deep under brakes there. What I'm really happy to see is everyone got a nice start for this race today.
Yeah, drivers already getting spread out here at Road Atlanta.
Now, you've raced here a fair bit. We've got somebody that just went
I think
around.
that's Chris Jones.
Yeah, I think it is. And then C-Right just went off track there for a moment.
All right, we are going to do our best to show you all the action here on this road course, so bear with us. There's going to be a lot of backtracking replays to see what happened, what went wrong. We're going to have to work on our camera angles too. So this is Chris Jones in the 4. Comes up over the hill, has some contact there with the 73. That's Lister. That's what happened to him.
So sketchy coming up over that hill.
Then you mentioned C-Right with an issue. Just went off track a little bit. Nothing too bad. And then it looks like Lister picks up a black flag for cutting the track. There it is. Again, these camera angles are struggling here on this road course behind all the trees and everything. And as we're getting caught up, more and more drivers catching issues. Sabron with one. This was about a half lap ago. I mean, that looked like he just cut the track a little bit, that's all.
I see that Ella's forced his way through to take second from Burr.
Yeah,
Bryce is
go back and
get away here.
See how that pass got done. Right here. Moore locks him up and runs wide right. That's going to let Osborne by as well, at least for the moment. And then I think Boer gets it back by the start-finish line.
And that's let Simmons get away a bit here. He's off to a 2.5 second lead. And before we go much further, this is probably a good time to put our picks in before it goes much further.
All right, I'm going to go first on this one because I've got some stats ready for my pick tonight. He's leading the race right now, but even before the race started, I was looking at Simmons's performance at GEC League road courses. He has 3 starts and has never finished outside the top 5, and 2 of those he finished second. That was at Lime Rock Park and at Watkins Glen. And he was fastest in practice, started on the pole. I'm not sure how I could pick anybody else tonight.
Well, you stole my pick, but that's okay. We both, before the race, we both unusually told each other who we're going to go for, and it was the same person. So that was unusual. I'm going to go for Ella tonight. I know we've just picked 2 cars in the top 3, but I'm going to go for Ella tonight. He's had a great season, and he looks invigorated. I'm just watching right now. Bryce is having a lot of problems. Very sideways. He's dropped down to 4th.
Oh, he might be maybe blinking out a little bit. We were on board with him just there. He's got a few more drivers now coming up behind him.
He's got Cano right behind him too, and he was actually going to be my backup pick. And Cano, I'm expecting some big things from Cano this season.
Looks like the 24 of Prim may have had an issue on the last lap. Let's take a quick look at that. Racing there with the 4. Yeah, just kind of swung it a little hard trying to get that truck to rotate. No contact with anyone else. Back on track, so just a little bit of time lost and a few cones sacrificed.
Simmons is 3.9 seconds, so a 4-second lead out there to Simmons right now. Doing it nice and easy at this stage.
Why don't we, as he comes up this,
Crush.
I call it the backstretch, we're going to jump on board and take a ride around Road Atlanta with our leader. It looks like a couple drivers, Lister, Borer, Linger, have all picked up black flags for cutting the track. So just a furled black flag, no penalty or anything, but they do have to slow down, you know, for a couple seconds to give back any advantage gained from cutting the track. So here we are on board with Kyle Simmons of the 74. Started on pole, leading the race. As you come across the start-finish line, you're going to take a right up the hill here in turn 1. And then it is blind as you have a left-hander, turn 2, right here at the exit of pit lane.
Turn right at the end of the ripple strip on the left. If you go scattered.
Yeah, so there's a set of, that's a triple S right there, and then you've got another set of triple S's, a right, a left, make that a quad, and then this one's a big left-hand turn.
That's a hard turn.
And you're tempted to run wide right because there are some rumble strips there, but just on the other side is kind of like a sand trap. You do not want to get in there. Big braking zone down here, kind of a double apex. You're going to drift over to the left and then all the way down
here
to second gear.
Hold second gear here. And, yeah, really get into the gas here. This is the section I was telling you about before that gets a little spooky, that back straight. But
Ryan Moutre had an issue just a moment ago.
My favorite paint job.
Try backing that up a little bit.
My favorite paint job of the truck series, the Bucky's truck.
Yeah, just got a little too heavy on the throttle there with all that weight in the truck. Shifted to the side. That's going to cost him a couple positions. He had moved up to 11th after starting 17th. Why don't we jump on board with Sahadak now to finish our lap walkthrough. You come up the hill on the what I'm calling the backstretch, then down the hill with this quick right. Oh, sorry, we're still in the replay. I was about to say, he's supposed to be on the backstretch. Never mind.
Here we have Cano. Is that Cano fighting with Walt? I think it is. No, it's not Cano, it's Cano's teammate. Here we go. Here's Cano.
So one of the closer battles on the track right now is between Josh Ryder and Klaus Brahm. And it just so happens we've got both of them sharing their cameras with us tonight.
Awesome.
See if we can pull that up here as we watch these two drivers battle it out. There they are, Josh and Klaus. As they come up over that final hill and turn right back towards the start-finish line. It looks like Brahm pulling out to a little bit of a buffer for now. And then a few positions ahead of them, Kano is now under attack from Spencer Teal in the 6 truck.
Man, I love this. I love being able to see those guys. Thank you guys for sharing your camera today. Simmons made a little bit of a mistake somewhere. He lost about a second. I see Ella closing on Simmons a little bit here.
camera's angles are giving me a fit here tonight. So I just always seem to go behind a tree. But yeah, Simmons still in the lead, but that lead is shrinking as Eller begins to chase him down.
Yeah, he had it out to over 4 seconds, maybe even 4.5. I'm not sure if he got into a back marker or what it was, but I think that'll fluctuate a little bit here now as they run up on these other trucks.
Eller having a great run so far tonight for Georgia Line Racing.
We picked well. We're first and second at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, well, we when we picked them, they were first and second too, so we're holding consistent.
You're probably right. Just gonna have a look and see who has the quickest lap time at the moment. Let's see if I can pull that up.
Well, I'll do you one better and load it up for you. Kyle Simmons.
Awesome.
With the fastest lap, and Bryce Borer than Josh Eller. So the top three to start the race have the 3 best laps, but Michael Boyd might be the driver to watch. He's back in 7th place, but he's 4th fastest, or has the 4th fastest lap so far in the race.
Just get a
Borer
sense
now
that
has caught Eller. He locks him up
yeah.
as he catches him.
Just get a sense that everyone's starting to find their groove here now.
Someone has just grabbed a meatball flag. Let's see if we can find out who it was.
Was it Jones?
Johnny Jones.
Yeah.
He's already in the pits. Let's see if we can figure out what moment caused it. Right here, he gets sideways. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it.
Yeah.
But Jones started in mid-pack. The first major casualty of the race. He is towing to pit lane.
And I see that Spencer Teal got out of shape somewhere too.
Right. Oh, it was right there as Boyd was tracking him down. There goes Brom by as well, and Ryder. This battle now heating up. Brom, Teal, and Ryder, all 3 of them packed together. Boyd moves up to 6th. Oh, we've got contact there. The 4 and the 73. That's Chris Jones in the 4, a lap down. That's not what we were looking for. 73 of Wesley Lister. I think that was for position. They're both 1 lap down. See if we can get a replay on that. You know, right here, just right on top of each other, trying to fit through that right-hander.
Oh, just interesting there. The 41's just gone around and got into the 6.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, he gets tagged from behind. Didn't see, was that Teal? In the 81. Then the 6 is collected.
Yeah.
Big time contact for all 3 of those trucks as they all went off course. Here comes Ryder and Griffin.
Anton got a piece of that. Aaron, sorry.
The action's starting to pick up as tires are wearing out. We're about halfway through a fuel run. 11 laps down of the 50 we're going to run here tonight. And I'm going to take a look at our biggest gainers because I just saw Jamie Griffin go by on screen. He's up 14 positions after starting out back without completing a qualifying lap into the top 10. Still see some damage there on that 6 truck.
Yeah, he was having a good race too.
He really was.
I was watching him. Yeah. So what was our pit window, did you say?
From my math, it was about 20 laps, so we're over halfway through this first run.
That's a long time to manage the front of that truck.
Yeah, and if you were going to split this race, if you need to pit now, you could make it on one more stop. If that 20 lap number is correct. But I think you'll see most drivers split this evenly. So we're probably looking at, what, like a 16, 17 lap run. And now Kano under attack from Osborne, or maybe he just got by him. And we've got trucks off track all over the course right now. Moutre with an issue. Oh, and the 73 goes off behind him. And then right here, yeah, takes a cone with him too. And then just after that, I think we saw this one, Lister going off track. That was just behind him. Then Jones, Chris Jones, with another off track for that 4 truck.
Just watching that gap there. It's funny how it fluctuates between.
Yeah, our leader just had an off track issue.
Did he really? Yeah. That's why he lost a second and a half. I was about to say it eked it out.
Yeah, right there. Just gets.
It's not safe being a cone today.
Yeah, so that's going to drop the gap down for Eller, but he has other problems to worry about as Bryce Borer is right on his back bumper. Borer off into the grass as he tries to get to the right side of Eller for the inside at the bottom of this hill.
Bryce has been very entertaining this race so far.
And let's see, we've got a couple of people having issues here in the last lap or so. Borer, one of them. As he tries to track down that second place of Josh Eller.
I can hear the guys on the radio saying how loose their trucks are right now. All of them.
And you can see it right there as the back of Eller's truck swings wide and opens the door for Borer again. And both of these drivers are just sliding and drifting through the corners.
Bryce was drifting from one side to the other through the S's then. Also, still a good little race between Cano and Osborne.
Now let's jump on board with Dakota Osborne. Pretty steady start of the race. Started in 6th, worked his way up to 3rd, but running in 5th right now. Oh, as Kano goes into the dirt. And, I mean, hand it to Osborne. He had every chance to plow through Kano. He checked up just enough. And safely he got by. A smart move there by the driver of the 79 Ritz truck.
Yeah, great driving.
And now we've got a 3-way battle a little further back. This is Moutre, Brahm, and Seawright. Why don't we jump on board with Brahm right in the middle of this 3-truck battle.
Mitra's hanging it out there.
And Mutre is off course. That gives Brom and Seawright the position. I think now Borer and Eller are trading positions.
Great shot of Bryce there. Really working the gears there. Oh, he's deep.
And he runs off course.
Yeah.
I mean, we are just 15 laps into this race. We have 178 incidence points that have been accumulated so far. So everybody out there getting off course. The only driver with no incident points that I can see is Josh Eller, who is going to hit pit lane and be one of the first trucks to make it happen.
Man, when we see somebody going on into the pits, it'd be nice to get an onboard, because it is crazy going into the pits. Somebody just went around.
Looks like it's Brom. Contact with Mutre as well. We've got a couple crashes, so let's start with Brom. This just happened. He was in that 3-truck battle, and they go almost 3 wide, but there's contact between all 3 trucks that makes that happen. Then just before that, Jamie Griffin crashed, or at least that's what the overlay's telling me. Let's take a look at what happened to the 5-truck. Runs way wide. Oh, gets sideways, and Ryder just barely avoids contact. Again, a lot of drivers showing some moxie with how they handle a truck getting off track in front of them. It'd be so easy just to drive through that person and then kind of blame it on them, but so much smarter to check up, give up a few seconds to make sure there's no contact, as we see Kano now hitting pit road. So Eller and Kano, the only trucks that have pitted so far.
Yeah, I see Simmons has a 1.2 second lead over Bryce. It's actually coming down a little bit, it's close to a second. So he's closed that gap down to Simmons just a little bit.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Bryce one more time. And that truck in front of him is the leader, Kyle Simmons. Love this Road Atlanta track. So many challenges here as you see him come up over the hill, and the wheels on the truck just lift off the ground.
Look how much steering input he's got going on this.
This lap car in front of the leader is stacking them up. Osborne now on pit road as we are watching the battle for the lead between Borer and Simmons. And they are going to split the 27 of Ryan Elsie. Just awesome racing. And a couple lappers in front of him as well, so this battle only going to get tougher for Simmons to defend his position. Both of these drivers are going to need to hit pit road sometime soon.
This is the sketchiest part of the track for me right here. Coming up over this hill, taking the right-hander over the hill.
Bryce
then
throws
hard
it in
on
there.
The brakes. Yeah. So do you think Ella went a little early?
I think Eller did the if you're going to split it evenly. So we really won't see that pay off until later in the race.
Yeah.
As now Borer has hit pit road. And there's a truck in front of him on fire, it looks like. I think that's Lister having some issues. So Borer's in, Simmons still on track. And with everybody in that top 5 pitting, he's got a 36-second lead right now back to who will be second place, Michael Boyd. Boyd has gotten around Spencer Teal and Josh Eller in the last few laps while we were watching those wrecks in the battle at the front. Boyd with one other road course start in the GEC CDSN Truck Series. He got a top 5 out of it.
I see Ella just got, who did Ella get? Teal. Just pushed it up the inside of Teal. And he has the, he has Boyd in his sights, I think. Is it Boyd? No, it's the 21. So he must be away from Boyd, yeah. Yep, so that's Boyd in front of him.
So Kano has pitted. He's back in 8th place.
I see Simmons pitting now.
And here
At least
comes
that's
our
what
leader.
the graphics tell us.
So checking the lap times. You look at, well, that Borer pitted, so his lap time is going to be off a little bit. So Michael Boyd, for example, he's running a 131. And Josh Eller, who's got those fresh tires, he's running a 129. So about a 2-second advantage on fresh tires to old tires here at the end of this fuel run. We said it would be about 20 laps, and now it looks like just about everyone's coming in that hasn't already. Teal, Griffin now coming in. Gonna jump on board with Anthony, see if we can, like you asked, see an onboard of someone coming to pit road. I believe this 42 will be the next truck to hit pit road. Currently running in 12th. Anthony having a very steady race as well. I'm sure he'd like to be closer to the front, but has not dropped outside the top 20 and is currently working his way up back into 13th.
So what's the secret of getting on pit road here?
I think it's being conservative. I mean, you spend all these laps trying to ink out tenths of a second. This is one where you just want to take it easy, and that's exactly what Anthony does.
Yep.
To get on pit road, and then you've got to get down to pit road speed by the cones and then wrap it around. And through that cycle, Bryce Borer has come out with the lead, 4 seconds ahead of Eller.
Yeah, and Ella has nearly 4 seconds over Simmons.
Oh, Simmons on those cold tires gets sideways, coming back to the start-finish line.
And Seawright and Martin just got out of shape. Well, last lap for Bryce Borer was our fastest lap of the race.
Wow.
At 26.9.
Yeah, it hasn't registered yet in the lap times, but well, yeah, I don't know why that hasn't shown up yet, but
that's really quick.
So far only 2 leaders. Simmons led the first 20, and now Borer has come out with the lead after that pit cycle. And right now, Bryce Borer is 2 seconds faster than everyone else on track.
Yeah. I got a feeling he used his tires up a little too quick in that previous stint. So hopefully he can make these ones last a little bit longer. think he's really quick on new tires like this. Hopefully you can keep him under him. Man, he's just setting quickest sector times. Last lap was nearly a 27 flat.
Yeah, I think his 126 involved an off track. That's why it didn't register in the data as the best lap. But that one was clean, a 127.1. And he is not taking it easy with this lead. He's extended it out now, 7 seconds ahead of Eller, 14 ahead of Simmons. Kano is the second fastest driver on track right now. He's in 5th place, trying to catch Osborne. He's got him in his sights.
The camera doesn't do justice at just how loose these trucks are, especially when they come up over the crest of the hills and on the exit of all these turns.
Yeah, I mean, just keep your eyes on that steering wheel, as Kano had it almost 90 degrees to the left, trying to keep it straight.
Coming up over here with used tires is very sketchy. It's okay when you get it right. When it's a little out of shape, it's pretty tough. I don't know about you, but I struggle with this crest right there as well.
Yeah, I think as we're riding with Kano, he's kind of over towards the right. I think my way of attacking that crest is to be further to the left and kind of turn the truck back towards the pit lane entry and then straighten it up as I hit the crest so that I'm not, don't have any side force into the rear wheels trying to lift them off the ground. And so all these drivers that pitted on lap 20, this really opens up some flexibility for their next and final pit stop. They can split it right in the middle, do 15 each run, or they could do another 20 if they feel comfortable with going that long. But it seems like the speed is in the very, very fresh tires. So Bryce Borer is already back to a 128, which is the fastest on track right now. But that's, almost a second, just 2 laps after we saw him run that fast lap 127 and the 126 before. So the fall off happens very quickly. And now it looks like Seawright has crashed. And Sahadak as well. Oh, it keeps it out of the wall, though. Good news there for the 15 truck driver. And then Sahadak with an issue. A nice bright yellow paint scheme on Walt's truck. And there it is, just in front of his teammate. They both go off track. Griffin just narrowly avoids that. Let's see if we can...
And everyone's overshooting that
from
corner.
Griffin's view. Yeah, so he's catching his teammate here. We talked about this blind left-hand turn, and Sahadak goes around right in front of him, and Griffin able to stay out of him, get it back on track. Another good save. So Kano still chasing Osborne. That gap is now almost 2 seconds. So the fastest, or the closest battle on track is this one between Teal and Boyd for 6th place. And he gained a little bit right there through that big left-hand turn. See how aggressive he is in the braking zone. Not really at all, just nice and smooth and drawing ever closer to the bumper of the 21.
So just watching some of the last lap times. I see that Bryce did a 131. 131, I think it's 8. And then Ella did a 29.8, and Simmons did a 28.2.
Yeah, I think Bohr had an issue, maybe went off track that lap. Now Osborne, major damage, meatball flag.
Oh.
See what happened. I think we're gonna have to back that up. Big damage there for Osborne, who was having a great day running in the top 5. And there it is, just gets a little too heavy on the rear brakes coming up the hill. That is really unfortunate for Osborne. Looks like he's still having some issues. So a meatball flag for Osborne, probably going to end his day. Do have that fast repair, but it's hard to make up the time. Just to limp around to pit road alone is really going to set you back. You can see that truck smoking, damage on the right front. He will make it to pit road, though. So now the best battle continues to be the 81 and the 21 for 6th place. Oh, now we have Johnny Jones has just crashed. Let's see if we can take a look at that one. Oh, just way too deep into the braking zone. No contact, though, I don't think, as Brahm is going to come by right there. Oh, and then he turned it around. So Osborne makes his way to pit road. Heartbreak there for the 79. Meanwhile, Bohr is still up front in the lead. He's got 7.5 seconds back to Eller. And 13 seconds from the lead back to Simmons. They're all running pretty much identical lap time. Simmons about a half second faster that last lap, but he's going to need a lot more than that to catch Bohr before this race is over. I think when these drivers make this last pit stop is going to be the key to gaining some track position or gaining some speed at the right time.
I just went out and had a look on the YouTube channel in the chat, and I see a message from, I'm guessing it would be Dusty Haynes. Let's go, Outlaw. It's the number 3, so I'm guessing that'll be Dusty.
Yeah, I think this would be a great time to run through our team breakdown and see what teams are having great runs tonight.
Yep. Cameron Craighead said that this one's going to be a mess, and he was thinking that Cano has this one tonight. So interesting.
All right, we've got ALR, our newest team here in GEC, led right now by Bryce Borer in first place, then Dakota Osborne and Ryan Moutre on that team. They do have a 4th driver. We might not have gotten them added to the roster yet for this race. We'll get that fixed for next week. And then Josh Eller, the lone driver out there for Georgia Line Racing today. Kyle Simmons leading the way for Outlaw, but they've got both of their drivers in the top 10. Aaron Martin back in 8th. And Kano leading the way for IT and Out Esports Group. They've also got both of their drivers in the top 10. And Michael Boyd is leading for Dirty South Racing. Stephen Linger and Scott Prim not having quite the run that Boyd is having. We saw Prim with an issue earlier in the race. And then Griffin now leading the way for Stitley Motorsports alongside his teammate Walt Sahadak, who was right up there running with him. We just saw that replay where they almost got together. Griffin now up 17 positions from where he started out back.
He's up to 6th.
Oh, and then as we jump to the Titans Motorsport driver of Josh Ryder, we see he has gone around, and Borer locks it up behind him. that is going to bring Josh Eller right back into this. Let's go back, take a look at that issue for Ryder, and then see how, I think Bohr was just trying to avoid it. So I think that's Sabron here in the 54. And they just get together, not leaving enough room. Oh, Bohr actually gets tagged and sent around through that commotion.
Yeah, that's dropped the lead down to 2.7, and Simmons is right on the tail of Ella.
Yeah, that, I wonder what, Eller must have had an issue too. I mean, that was, what, 7 or 8 seconds separating second and third. And now they're right on top of each other.
Yeah, Simmons' last lap was a 29.8, and Ellis was a 31.8.
Ooh, Seawright trying to get out of the way, but there's not really anywhere to go through these S's on the front stretch. Oh, and then he goes wide, and Simmons shoots around him.
Did he go wide, or did he tap him a little bit? Sorry, I was watching a different
I
replay.
don't think they were close enough to get tapped.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to give Eller just a little bit of breathing room as he's a second and a half ahead of Simmons. And Jamie Griffin just went off track. No damage, no harm, no foul. Just look at that journey for Jamie tonight. Starting back in 23rd, dead last on the grid, and has just marched his way up, continuing to move forward as the race goes on, riding in 6th place right now. He is, well, he's a full minute behind the leaders, but he's just 8 seconds behind Michael Boyd for 5th place. Boyd, ooh, tags the grass going around a lap car.
Yeah, holy smokes.
But keeps it straight.
Yeah.
So right now, closest battle on the track is for 7th position between Eller and Simmons. Or sorry, it just switched on me. Is 2nd position for Eller and Simmons, and then 7th for Osborne and Martin.
Poor Simmons caught a truck through the S's. That's twice in a row. Which that cost him time both times then.
So a pretty good recovery here for Osborne, who had that major damage, picked up a meatball flag, limped around to pit road, used up a fast repair, got 4 fresh tires, and is now marching forward. I do think he is going to have to stop again. Oh, as a truck in front of him, that's Prim, goes around Osborne through the grass to avoid hitting him. Probably the smartest thing to do. He's going to get a slowdown penalty, but I think it was worth it to keep that truck safe, especially since he already used that fast repair. $29 laps in the book, make that 30 as Bryce Bohr continues to lead Eller and Simmons, but that lead is starting to shrink. Eller was the first of this group to pit about 3 laps before Bohr and 4 laps before Simmons, so you'd think that Simmons and Bohr would have the tire advantage over him, as the 4 truck is off in front of the 3rd place driver.
Did you see how out of shape Bryce was there a moment ago? He's starting to drift it again.
Yeah, they're not holding back, even up here in the 3. So it's really a 3 truck breakaway at this point. Everyone else about 20 seconds behind the top 3. Sabron gives way to the 57 truck. Right now, there's only 8 trucks on the lead lap. Then about 10 of them 1 lap down, and then a couple folks 2 and 3 laps down, and then a couple drivers either out of the race or just stuck on pit road. Moutre, one of those drivers, he's been on pit road for a while trying to get some repairs done.
So your boy Simmons is right on the back of Ella now.
You can hear just how careful he is to press the throttle coming over the hill.
That's a great line. Wow. Nice job, Simmons.
Again, you're watching race number 4 of the 8th season here for the GEC eNASCAR League Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series. I want to thank our sponsors, as always, Laughing Llama Wraps. There, our own Walt Sahadak. If you're looking for a paint scheme to get done, reach out to Walt in the Discord. He's also doing some AI generated photos if you want to see your paint scheme on a truck, you know, at the track, getting unloaded in the winter circle and all that. He can hook you up. Reach out to Walt. We're also partnered up with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, a longtime partner with the GEC eNASCAR League, reminding us all to drive safe out there if you're having a few drinks. Ooh, Simmons gets a little loose. And then one of our other primary sponsors is the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, jumping on board this season. And that is coming from the 24 truck of Scott Prim.
Yeah, Prim's in 20th at the moment. So enjoying this race, I think.
Yeah, we saw him go around there, I think, twice so far tonight. So not the race he was necessarily looking for, but still out there logging laps and moving forward. Borer still in the lead. We got 4 seconds back to Josh Eller as Simmons continues to try and work up to the 69 truck.
Yeah, Bryce did a second quicker lap time than these two boys just then.
Yeah, he is laying it down now. I'm impressed by Eller. I mean, like I said, he came in 4 laps before Simmons, and we saw how those tires fell off very quickly. So he's doing a great job of managing the tires on this run. It's been 17 laps since he pitted. He only went 15 on his first run, so this is the oldest tires he's had all day long. Just having a solid race. He's only dropped out of the top 3 during the pit cycle. Otherwise, he's been right up front the whole time.
These 3 trucks have quite the gap over 4th. Cano's back there 32 seconds behind these guys.
Yeah, I mean, and he has a 30-second gap back to Boyd in 5th place, so
yeah.
And like we've said, it's been all about mistakes. If you make a mistake, it's 10, 20 seconds, and with no stage breaks, it's really hard to overcome that without those guys in front of you having an issue. Got a battle shaping up for 11th. Make that 10th.
There is
Sabaron and Brahm.
There's 8 trucks on the lead lap at the moment, so that gives you an idea of how hard our top 3 are going. It doesn't look like we've had a couple of guys drop out. Looks like Motre and Lister both dropped out, I believe.
So I thought Brahm was catching Sabaron, but it looks like he had an issue there coming around to the start-finish line. Had to slow up. That's opened up that gap now. And now we've got a battle back here with Josh Ryder chasing down Steven Linger just in front of him.
Ooh, Aaron went off right in front of Bryce just then, and Bryce could be coming into the pits now. He is. Bryce is into the pits.
So our leader hits pit road as we stay on board with Josh Ryder trying to chase down the 91 of Linger. Josh, another driver, sharing his webcam with us tonight. You can see just how focused he is. Got those driving gloves on too. Looking sharp, matching the chair and everything. He's got it on fleek. So Eller also coming to pit road now. That leaves Simmons out in the lead. So Boer and Eller actually pitting back to back. Boer is leaving pit road now. He's still in second place with that gap they had. So Simmons is in the lead.
I don't think I'd stay out too long if I was Simmons.
Now, right now, they're spending just under 50 seconds on pit road, but the gap from Simmons to Boer is under 30. So expect Simmons to come back out with maybe a 20-second gap behind Boer. Eller still on pit road. He picked up a black flag.
Oh, no.
Maybe getting on pit road.
Yeah.
Let's track that down and check the replay. It's right here, so it must have been speeding down the middle of pit road. And we were just saying it's all about not making mistakes, and that's a pretty big one there from 69.
So easily happen to make sure you've got your tear-offs checked, or making sure you've got the right combination of tires, or turning off your auto repair.
So Simmons now hitting pit road. As we wait for Bryce Boer to come around. He should be coming down the hill any minute. As Simmons is in the pits, Boer will reclaim the lead. We'll see just how fast Simmons can get back out on track. There he is. It's actually just about 7 seconds. Make that 8, 9. Still growing a little bit as Simmons is on cold tires. But that's not too bad considering where he was before this cycle started. And it looks like Simmons went either fuel only or 2 tires. And that's how he did that.
Bryce has just laid down his quickest Sector 1 and Sector 2 times. So this is going to be a hot lap. 2 more sectors left. He was quick on new tires before as well, just after they pitted. So at the moment he has a 9.15 second lead over Simmons. Be interested to see what this time is.
Whoa, he is pushing it.
Yeah, he is.
As he comes across the line, there it was.
26.63.
Oh, and he goes off course into the wall, just barely. Gets back on the track. So he got the hot lap, the best lap, but it cost him some time there, and that's going to bring Simmons right back into it. Simmons was a second lower, or a second slower that lap, but then gained about 10 or 12 seconds or so as Bryce went off track.
6.1 seconds behind Simmons is now. Man, we're all on board then. Bryce was pushing pretty hard.
All right, we're going to watch that gap between these front two. 7 seconds at the moment.
Yep.
We'll see how Bryce adjusts. Does he keep the pedal to the metal, or does he pull back just a little bit as Teal has caught the back bumper of Griffin? This is a battle for 7th place and the closest battle on the track right now. I think he caught him maybe too quickly and it upset his truck. Oh, and then he goes off track just like our leader did. So that's going to give Griffin some breathing room. Then behind him, Klaus Brahm trying to chase down Curtis Sabron for 9th place. We're now up to 390 incident points through the field. Almost all of those single points for going off track. Eller still with the least of anyone. He's had just one.
Damn, what a shame he got that speeding penalty.
Yeah, so Eller relegated to 5th place, but he's just under 2 seconds behind Michael Boyd. And the last lap, he was about 4 or 5 seconds faster than the 21. Michael Boyd has not come to pit road a second time yet. Oh, and he gets run into by the 6. Off track for Boyd. That sends Eller up to 4th place. And he's around. We're gonna step back and see what happened to the 69. Oh, he probably was just reacting to that wreck. Oh, yeah, it just gets in your head. So he and Boyd will continue to battle there for 4th place after both having spins. The lead at the front is now 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was just about to say Bryce just laid a lap down that was 1.5 seconds quicker than Simmons.
And he just went around.
And he goes around.
This is wild. Step back and see what happened to that 57 truck in the lead. He catches Griffin at a little bit of an awkward spot, but not really. And then just overdrives it. They're trying to get a run up the backstretch. So now the gap back to 2 seconds.
Ooh.
And I feel like I've been saying it all race, but it's all about eliminating mistakes. And right now, it seems like Simmons is the only driver that hasn't made a major mistake, at least not in the last few laps. And he can see Bryce through his windshield. And I love that. When you can see the guy you're chasing, I feel like I can pick up an extra half second a lap. We see there that 2-tire stop. It might have been fuel only. I'm not exactly sure. If you were going to take 2 tires, which side I would even take.
Yeah,
I guess the lefts, because most of the turns are going left, or are going to the right, sorry, using those left tires. So as this race is winding down, we're down to just 6 drivers on the lead lap. The leaders are separated by under 3 seconds, but everybody else at least 30 seconds behind this battle for the lead, and most of the trucks with 10 to 20 seconds between them. Closest battle right now is for 14th here between LZ and Linger. We've got 11 laps to go. And
man,
just a couple drivers still need to pit.
I don't know where to look. Whole race, I've been looking at my monitors the whole entire time, trying to keep up with this. Hold on to it, Bryce.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he wants to keep up the pace, but at what cost? There's the battle for the lead on screen right there. As they come up the hill into turn 2. Again, blind over the hill to the left. And then you go through this first set of S's.
Yeah, after these 2 trucks in front of them, they've got quite a gap to the next set of trucks. So it'll be interesting to see if Bryce is able to eke it out. You know, we're sitting here watching this. I was just going to have a look and see how far back Cano is. Cano is 37 seconds back in third.
Up one position from the start. And hey, if these two guys keep making mistakes at the front, he's still in it. But right now, setting up for a podium, he's got a 10-second lead over Josh Eller in fourth. Simmons can just barely still see Borer in front of him, but that lead now over 3 seconds. And Simmons on a two-tire strategy. It gained him a lot of track position, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough in terms of tire wear here at the end of the race. 9 laps to go. Osborne is in 5th now.
Yeah, Osborne 5th and Eller in 4th, and I was just looking at the gap between Cano and Eller. 10 seconds, and what did we say, 9 more laps? He'll struggle to close that down to Cano. He's quicker than Cano, but
goes around.
Yeah, sorry.
Osborne, yeah, Sahadak is a lap down. At least one. I think he's 2 laps down actually, but he's on fresher tires than Osborne, so he goes around him. Ryder now trying to chase down Aaron Martin. This is the closest battle for position right now. It does look like he's starting to gain on that 6 truck.
I was just checking the chat out on YouTube. Thank you, Joshua. We're enjoying giving you this broadcast here tonight. He just put a, like always, great broadcast. Thank you, fellas. So, yep, thank you, man. We've enjoyed this race.
Now, Ryder, one of our newer faces here in the league this year, joining our truck series. Had a chance to chat with Josh last week after the Cup race. He joined the post-race after party hosted by my dad every Thursday night after our Cup race. And if you're watching along or driving in this race, feel free to join us in that post-race after party in the Discord after this race as well. We love to talk about the race and hear everybody's war stories.
I think you got a 3rd in the Cup race last week, so congratulations.
Yeah, was not used a 2-tire strategy to kind of leapfrog a couple folks there at the end and get onto the podium.
Yeah, great race. You know, it looks like Simmons has closed it down a little bit. It's 3.76 right now. Has he closed it down just a little bit? He was a second quicker than all that last lap.
Yeah, Bryce might have had an issue. It also looks like Gallman has had a crash here on this lap. Take a look at that one. Driving the 71 truck. He's back in 18th. He just gets off track and then has some issues getting it back straight on the track. I don't see any contact though. So back on board with Simmons, just under 4 seconds behind Bryce Borer. And again, both of these drivers having a very consistent race. Simmons has never been lower than 3rd, riding in 2nd right now. And he led 20 laps to start the race after being on the pole.
Man, that's the type of lap chart we like to see. Look how consistent that is.
And it looks like, oh, Ryder with an issue gets off track. Go back and take a look at that one. Klaus, I was just about to say Brahm and Ryder were the closest battle on the track, and it's right here. But Klaus is going to get that position after Ryder. Oh, just jumps the curbs there. And gets that truck loose. A little bit of contact, not too bad though. Again, that was for 12th.
Gap out front is 4.48. So it looks like Bryce was able to maintain. 6 laps to go.
This race starting to wind down. As I said, almost all the drivers don't need to stop again. 5th place Dakota Osborne probably will have to stop, as will Spencer Teal in 7th. And I think everyone else is safe. Ryder might have to stop. I think he's going to be cutting it close. Maybe if he's been saving fuel or something, but it's hard to save on this track when you're on the edge and fighting for position. Now 5 laps remain in the Hotlana Grand Prix. Oh, he's catching Osborne and Sahadak.
Yeah, Bryce is still pushing.
All 3 of these drivers on different laps. So Osborne is the last car on the lead lap in 5th place. Trying to defend, getting lapped by the leader. Looks like it's not going to happen.
Bryce has been so exciting today. He has been out of shape everywhere. Wow.
And he is using every inch of the track to maximize his speed. That last lap, he was over a second faster than 2nd place Kyle Simmons, who has now caught Jamie Griffin, the 6th place driver.
Yeah, that's a great job by Jamie to get back to 6th.
Yeah, let's take a look at our biggest gainers in the race. Jamie Griffin up 17 spots. Jonah Seawright up 11, running in the top 10. Great drive there for the 15. I think he had a couple issues earlier. So there comes Spencer Teal down pit road. He's in 7th. The other driver that's going to need to pit is Dakota Osborne, currently running in 5th. He's been out there for 20 laps, so I expect him to come this time. And up front, Borer continues to extend his lead, now 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, the top 4 are all in the 1:30s now.
There's really, I mean, the closest battle on track is about 4 seconds apart. So we're going to stay locked on our leader for now. He's still throwing that thing sideways.
I know. It's been like it all night.
And we're going to take another look at our point standings so far this season. Bryce Bohr, who's looking to three-peat here, has won the last 2 races and is looking to win here at Road Atlanta. That's going to extend his lead. He's leading the points. He's got Jamie Griffin in second. This is coming into the race. Josh Ryder in third and Sahadak in fourth. So when I'm looking at this list, the driver who's probably going to make a move forward is going to be Osborne with that 5th place run. You know, and Griffin is running in 6th, so he's not going to fall too far behind Bryce. But a lot of the other drivers in our top 10 in points did not have a great race here at Road Atlanta. So we'll have those point standings updated for you pre-race next week. So we look at our...
Bryce was so far out of shape then. Going up over the crest on the final corner, he was out in the dirt to the left, which is, as you know, fairly sketchy. Held onto it though.
Oh, Ryder there trying to get out of the way. The leader goes off track.
Yeah. This is a great group of drivers we have this year in the Truck Series. I'm here in the comms right now, and they're very polite to one another. A lot of thank yous and sorries and whatever else. It's really great community here at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like the same book, different chapter. You get a fresh driver or team of drivers into the league, and they maybe dominate a little bit. We're looking to do that here with ALR. It's happened in the past. I'm thinking of past champions like Hanneman, Coonan, Malone,
Craighead.
I mean, the list goes on and on of drivers. I just love seeing veterans of the league, people we know and have known for seasons and years, get to throw it down with the fresh faces. It's always nice to, because a lot of our drivers, you've done 50. If I've done 50 races with Griffin, I kind of know what to expect from him. But when you get someone new and you don't know who's the road course ringer, you don't know who's that super speedway king, and we're just finding it out race by race.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with some of the rookies this year. I was really impressed with what Jamie's done in this. This is the final lap, but really impressed with Jamie's run here today to come from the back of the field to finish where he is, and that'll serve him well, and hold that second place in the points.
Yeah, he's certainly going to get the hard charger award when that checker flag flies.
3 times Bryce.
Thrice Bryce. Somebody filed a copyright. I don't know what we're going to say if he wins next week. I can't think of anything that rhymes like that.
Break open ChatGPT.
Bryce Bohr in the 57 truck is going to come around the final turn for the last time today and take that checkered flag. There it is, 50 laps at Road Atlanta in the Hotlana Grand Prix here with the CDSN Truck Series. Kyle Simmons going to be second. And then Kano, he's got another 40 seconds to finish this out, but he should be coming home third, although Eller is just 4 seconds behind him. I don't think it's going to be enough for Eller.
Well, I didn't know what to expect here tonight. They all did a great job. A great job. So really impressed with everyone here tonight. And top 3, excellent result. Eller just fallen outside of the top 3. Shame he got that the black flag.
And as Landon Kano comes home third, that is going to finalize our podium here tonight. We watch a few more drivers finish up their lap. Final running order. Not sure why the paints aren't showing for some trucks. It's going to be Bryce Borer finishing first. 3-time back-to-back winner, thrice Bryce. Then Kyle Simmons, who started on pole, led 20 laps. He's going to bring it home in second, with Landon Cano in third. While we wait for the last few trucks to come around, I'm sure Bryce is going to make it one more victory lap and then come do some burnouts down around the start-finish line.
As entertaining as this was, Bristol is next week.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, so as you mentioned that, let's go ahead and pull up our schedule here for Season 8 in the CDSN Truck Series. You mentioned Bristol next week, 200 laps and a night race. That is going to be a blast. Then we're going to shake it up again with the Tricky Triangle at Pocono 2 weeks out. Then down to my home track, Richmond Raceway, 3 weeks from now, before Michigan, Rockingham, and Texas, Old Texas, that is, round out our regular season. We do have one more road course at the beginning of the playoffs, so Bryce and Simmons probably going to have that race circled to get their playoffs kicked off. But for now, let's see if we can get some of those drivers up here in the booth. It looks like we've got third place driver Landon Cano. Landon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right. I mean, we saw you start on the pole. You lead 20 laps. Walk us through your race. Not quite enough there at the end. I saw you took either 2 tires or a fuel only to gain a ton of time, and then Borer with a couple mistakes, but just not quite able to get the win. But hey, second place, nothing wrong with that.
I think you meant Simmons on that one, brother.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Cano.
No, you're good.
Yeah, sorry. Forget everything I just said. Hey, third place on the podium. You know, it's kind of a big gap out to those leaders, but you're back there battling with Eller and Osborne and Griffin, and you make it home with a podium. Walk us through your race, buddy.
Well, it was a lot of give and take. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. It wasn't, Osborne, Eller, those guys raced super clean. It was super fun racing them, but track takes some work. I don't think I've ever sweated so much in the cockpit. It really was just racing clean, and you had to be on your game throughout the whole race. Obviously, these top 2 guys can tell you that. They waxed all of us, but,
Yeah, I mean, we saw you out there. Your teammate was running in the top 10 with you most of the race as well. So ITing out with a great showing here at Road Atlanta. I mean, I think, was it, I mean, are you looking forward to these road course races, or is it kind of like, hey, let's get through it and get back to Bristol next week?
in all honesty, I'd rather have a road course instead of Bristol. That's not my strongest track. I love racing on these road courses. This was a fun one. This was a fun, different one for sure, and I had a ton of fun. So,
well, congratulations on the podium finish. Other than your teammates, anybody else you want to thank for your run here tonight?
well, obviously the IT out guys, Caleb, Robert, Michael, my teammate, Curtis Auburn. A lot of fun, family and friends watching at home. I'm glad I was able to bring home third for you guys.
Well, we had a blast watching your race. Congratulations again. We'll see you out there next week at Bristol.
Yep, we'll see you.
Congratulations, Keno.
No, thank you, sir.
Simmons, second position. What a great effort, man. Great qualifying, great race. You were in it all night. Could have gone either way. Explain your race to us.
Well, yeah, I surprised myself qualifying. That was my best lap I've ever ran ever. And then, yeah, I tried to maintain. I got up 3.5 second lead. Navigating lap traffic, I think, was my downfall. And Borer had an awesome race. I think he navigated through that a little better than I did. And ultimately had pace at the end on old tires. I think he had old tires. I didn't take tires my second stop.
No, I think he had new tires, but man,
Okay.
I was really impressed with the tussle between you and Ella as well.
Oh
That was
boy.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I don't get my elbows out like that much with confidence, but yeah, that time it worked out.
Yeah, it was really fun. Look, we didn't know where to watch all over the circuit. There was stuff going on. How was it coming onto pit lane? I know you and I had talked about it beforehand. How was it coming onto the pits there?
It was pretty clean. Cleaner
Yeah.
than I thought it would be during the race. I think I let off the gas a little more than I should have actually. Probably lost a good couple seconds. Not that it would have mattered, but yeah, it was cleaner than I thought it would be. Once everybody knew it was there, and just to watch out.
Yeah. Well, who do you want to thank here tonight?
I want to thank the Outlaw Boys. Yeah, I mean, I guess all you guys with GEC first foremost. Yeah, I guess that's
Great job, man.
yeah. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right, last but not least, the winner of the race led 30 laps and brought it home with the checkered flag, Bryce Borer. Bryce, you got a copy?
Gotcha. Loud and clear.
All right, well, we were practicing all race long what we were going to call you. We'll give you a nickname if you won 3 in a row after we coined the term back-to-back Bryce. And we're going with Thrice Bryce. The patent's pending. But, yeah, I mean, you just bring it home. A lot of off tracks there on that final run, but you still had enough of a lead to hold on to it. Walk us through your race and why are you pushing so hard at the end when you had such a lead? We were nervous for you.
Yeah, I don't have the best answer for that. All I could tell you is whoever said we were sweating our ass off here tonight, I got to go clean myself after this one. A lot of sweat. You're up on top of this wheel. Was not my prettiest race. There's a few parts in this track that you kind of got to use the most of the curb as you can just to keep gripping the car. Because, I mean, you're running around here and it's like these tires don't like the asphalt. The more you can get on the curbs, it seemed like the rear's just hooked up there. So, I'm doing the best I can to keep gripping the car. And I just, I've found myself getting these off track incidents. So I wasn't too thrilled about that part of my race. And yeah, I mean, you saw it here, there, another one, just flying off the track. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting, getting into some of these corners. Um, you look down for a second and really, I mean, it's half a second, if that. You can't take your eyes off the front of the hood, and you just look down trying to see where your fuel counter's at, and yeah, you miss your marks, trying to get around traffic, trying to predict what they're gonna do, and they completely forgetting your line. It's mayhem out here. They say Darlington's too tough to tame. This one right here, this goes above Darlington in my books.
Yeah, I mean,
Bryce, you entertained me. Sorry, you entertained me all night. It was amazing, and you did a 1:26.6, which was about 7/10 quicker than anybody else tonight.
Well, let's give Simmons a shout there, because when I saw him post that there for qualifying, I said, "All right, I'm in for a treat on this one," because I couldn't for the life of me get underneath where I qualify. I think I ran in practice like a 27.3, and I said I'm good there. If I go any harder, I'm going to be wrecking. And yeah, I heard put that lap down. I just looked down to see to believe it, and I couldn't tell you what I did to get that time, but yeah, pretty cool to see.
Yeah, congratulations.
I was
Thank
just
you.
going to say,
Yeah,
you had a few spin arounds and off tracks, but so did everyone in the field. We finished with over 500 incident points shared amongst the drivers, averaging that's like an average of 26 points a driver, I think.
Yeah.
And I think the one driver who was avoiding incidents the whole race was the 69 truck, and I think he picked up a speeding on pit road that took him out of contention for the win.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because he was keeping it clean there that whole time. I saw him there, right there, getting on the pit road with me. I said, all right, front row seat to see what he does in pit road. I was gone, and he wasn't there. I couldn't figure out what happened. So appreciate you clearing that up for me.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of, it seemed like a 3-truck race most of the second half there, so we were trying to keep track of everybody. But yeah, just a phenomenal run. for you, 3 in a row. And then do you want to talk a little bit about your new team? So we've got ALR set up now in the rosters and everything. We were talking about some of your teammates during the race. Tell us a little bit about the team.
Cool. Yeah. ALR, we go back actually a few years now. We've been racing together from league to league, just trying to find a league that's just gonna work for us all. Sometimes you get into these leagues and they start off strong, and then I get it. We all have lives outside of the sim, but it sucks when we all just want to run. At the end of the day, we just want a place to run once a week. That's all we ask. We just want to run together once a week. So, yeah, we've been racing together. I want to say maybe even 5 years. I lost count. It's been a while. Actually, take it back. If any of you raced on NASCAR Heat, that's kind of where we all started together. It wasn't ALR. ALR came to be maybe a year after us getting in iRacing. Yeah, we stuck together since. Good group of guys. We all obviously been together for this long, get along with each other, and we're just, I can speak for myself, speak for some of the other guys. I mean, they can speak for themselves too. We're happy to be here. I think you guys got a great thing going. I had confidence seeing that you guys are in season 8. For a league to be 8 seasons in, it's going to give us peace of mind knowing that we're actually going to be in a place that's going to be something, be there for us, and we're happy to be here. So I appreciate you guys and the booth. You guys do a great job. Love watching these races back.
We appreciate having you guys here.
Yeah,
I mean,
thanks.
the league only grows because we get, great new drivers on top of our veterans. So looking forward to the rest of the season.
We got more coming. If that's cool with you guys, I think there's another one, maybe another one. I think right now it's 1.5 that could be coming if you guys got room.
Yeah, I think I forget the specific rules on how late you can join in the season, but I think you'll be fine.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys again.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, our picks didn't play out for us, Lee, but it was a pretty exciting
They
race.
didn't.
Anyway, even though the field got spread out, it was kind of hard to keep up with all the off tracks and the action going on. So we hope everybody had a fun watching this one, and I'm excited for next week's race at Bristol, as well as the Cup Series race Thursday night here on GEC eNASCAR YouTube channel. I think we're going to Michigan, and then we have our road course race the following week at the I'm going to forget the exact name, the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, the Mexican Grand Prix track from Formula One that the real life Cup Series went to last season. So I'm sure people are already practicing for that one.
I definitely need more practice. That's all I can say. I don't know if you've done any practice, but it's a tough circuit.
Yeah, I've started. I don't know what a good time is yet, so we'll have to wait till some of the practice sessions open up. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us here. The finishing order: Borer, Simmons, Kano, your top 3. Then Eller, Osborne, Griffin, Boyd, Teal, Sabaron, and Seawright, the top 10. Martin, Ryder, Brahm, Linger, Elzy, Anthony, Sahadak, Gallman, Chris Jones, and Scott Prim going to be your top 20. Then Johnny Jones and Ryan Moutre and Wesley Lister rounding out the running order for Road Atlanta here with the CDSN Truck Series. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and join us again every Tuesday night for the Truck Series and every Thursday night for the Cup Series here on GEC eNASCAR.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here.